This for We the People news. This is news that we talked about a couple of videos back now. Guess it's going to be part 4. Let's try it out.
2 Rhode Island men among 11 suspects due in court today in Medford, Massachusetts.
They were arrested following a standoff over the weekend that shut down part of Interstate 95 north of Boston early on Saturday. Erica Ritchie is joining us live from the courthouse where those men are expected to face a judge today. Erica.
Well, that's right, Daniela Patrick. 2 of those men, as you mentioned, from Rhode Island, one from Pawtucket, the other from Providence. The group that they and the 9 others claimed to be a part of, the Rise of the Moors, when they were arrested, has come under scrutiny given the way that these events over the weekend unfolded. And so consequently, so are the members that identify with that group, including that man from Providence, 29-year-old Jamal Latimer. Now, over the weekend, we spoke with his dad, Stephen Latimer, and he went ahead and told us that he believes his son is actually the co-founder of that group. According to state police, the group referred to themselves as a militia and stated that they adhere to, quote, Moorish sovereign ideology. They were found in military fatigues and heavily armed with 8 military-style weapons when they were arrested Saturday morning following an hours-long standoff with police that shut down part of Route 95 near Boston and triggered a...
Okay, there we go. They called it a standoff. From the other video, Chris Ann Hall says it was detained, and I'm still leaning towards it was detained. The officers had guns and weapons pointed at them, but it may be because of fear, because they had guns or something. I don't know why they didn't proceed forward. Apparently this lasted for 4 hours. But again, no harm, no crime. You know, I go, there was no victim. There was no reason for this, and I'll stand beside Chris Ann Hall on this. This was just plain out stupid. And now the news, the fake news, is turning this into something that it wasn't.
Shelter in place for Wakefield and Reading residents. Despite that scene and the group's description, Latimer Sr. says it paints his son in a light quite opposite of what he knows him to be.
You know, Jamal has always been a good kid, a good guy. Right? He's never gotten in any trouble. Heck, I can't even remember having to discipline him ever, like as a child. So that's the type of person he is. I remember when he was in school, elementary school, this is the kind of kid he was. He comes home, he has a dollar bill that's ripped in half. And I'm like, what's going on with this? And one of his friends or one of his classmates didn't have lunch money. So he wanted to give him half of his dollar so they both can eat. Like, that's the type of person he is.
And
before we proceed forward on it, and he still may be that way, but they're changing him into this bad light, right? Because he had guns, which we have a Second Amendment right. We do not need to ask government for permission or any states. This is what's so hard for we the people to understand now in this day and time. We don't have to ask permission. This is not complicated. It says the right to bear arms without being infringed. What part of that does not anybody understand?
Latimer Sr. also told us that his son had spent 4 years as a Marine and is also a father himself to a young child. Now, coming up next half hour, we're going to hear more from Stephen Latimer as he describes to us watching this scene unfold in Massachusetts and his reaction to it. We'll also talk more about the charges the 11 suspects are facing. We'll see you right back here live at 6:30. For now, live in Medford, Massachusetts, I'm Erica Ritchie, 12 News.
10 men and a teenage boy are getting ready to go before a judge in Massachusetts this morning.
Their actions over the weekend led to an hours-long standoff shut down part of the highway near Boston for some time.
And reporter Erica Ritchie is live in Medford this morning with details about the upcoming court appearance. Erica.
Well, Well, Danielle and Patrick, 2 of the 11 suspects are from Rhode Island, 1 from Providence, 1 from Pawtucket. They, along with the 9 others.
It sounds like a repeat. So this is Diesel for We the People News. Bye, y'all.